It's something that you can do. You can try it temporarily, is to get involved in the world, but you're always going to have to get out of it, and then you'll see how that your work is degraded or trumped. Um, so I would advise never thinking that you have anything to do with that. If you insist on thinking that you do, then you're part of the problem. Really, why people end up so screwed up depends on what it is. So I would advise never think you have any responsibility to the world or anything to do with it. I have my birds downstairs, and they're um, they're just wondering. I mean, I'm surprised they haven't flown up here yet. Jess! Ooh. See, they can just fly anywhere, but they don't. They walk. Isn't that weird? Oh boy. It's the full moon today, and I'm being reminded of something that it's like I got over that when I was 7. You know, when your mother shows you that, you know, your dad there, well, it's not really my mom that showed me. She knows how to allow space and freedom for everybody to just see for themselves. You know, what she showed me was is how that's not even your personal problem. You don't even take it personally. When somebody else is unable to be present as love, you know, that's their reputation, that's their whole demeanor, whether or not they can be available, let alone say, okay, so you have a kid now, and now what? The trippy thing about my dad is that, well, he had me by the time he was 46 or 45, 46. He had a life before then. He started out as a military police officer at the age 18. By that time, he had that rank. Um, he was a counselor in a reform school for boys. He was a hypnotherapist. He studied a lot of psychology, and he helped a lot of people. He was a probation officer for 12 years. That's money making, right? So I'm looking like, well, at what point does he make money? You know, and he does. He's all about it, you know. And so, you know, but by the time, well, you know, I was born. I remember, I remember he, okay, so now he stopped studying psychology when it came to the statistics part of it, the very end. He got up into 8 or 9 years of study, but during that 8 or 9 years, this was all kind of the end of the 60s into the 70s, he noticed the statistics book get thicker and thicker and thicker of diagnoses of mental illnesses. And he's like, wait a minute, because at the same time, he's studying Buddhism, which involves everything about studying the nature of the mind. And we already know the nature of the mind. So there's only a few things that could be going wrong here. And that includes some neurological chemical imbalances and stuff. But even that, babes, you don't have a perfect mind, all in balance and in tune chemically. No. You're watching it with awareness, which is a whole different thing than the body or the mind. You're just having this experience of having a body and mind. And imagine getting that far with your awareness. Who does that? I think women are naturals, but let's get back to my dad, he was known to help people. You know, I think because he's been helping himself at a very early age. And he did help people, see, but having kids and being loved, I mean, that's the only help you can really get for yourself and become the ultimate savior was to become love. And I think he went, of course, like a cerebral narcissist does, every route but that very cure to be able to be present with people. You know, if you think about it, psychologists, hypnotherapists, and all of these counselors and people like this, any professional, you know, that helps us, just a window of time that we see them and then they go home. This is where we could have a definite Jekyll and Hyde thing come out. You know, I contemplated this earlier. And it doesn't have to be that you're a renowned doctor or anything. I mean, really, it's just that you're doing a job that you're really not cut out to do that. Now, let's get back to talking about narcissists and how they're incapable of being loving. They're not. They can care about less about people's well-beings, or let alone like are they doing good. But they're going to go get a waitress job that involves serving people. See, the the worst with Jekyll and Hyde narcissists is apparent when you see their lifestyles. They're the service worker. They lead a life of serving people and putting on the smile, but at home, totally different demeanor. Um, and that's something that is just you just need to open your eyes to it and look at it. It's like the money maker who's putting it on like say waitresses, babes. Waitresses are the fucking biggest. Now, if you're a narcissist and you're a woman, you're a psychopath. Be careful. Because, well, why are they considered psychopaths? Come on, everybody, this is like the fourth time I mentioned it. Because they are in positions of controlling other people, not just men, but what if they have a child and then they get to subject that person to their control freaking fucking amazement? So that's why they're just automatic psychopath. If narcissism is there, which the traits of narcissism, a lot of people don't even know. Empaths that go dark, they think they're a narcissist. And it's like, no, you're being abused by a narcissist, and they're turning you into a fucking worse than what they can ever be. Yeah. We can almost forgive the people that are genuinely stupid, but the people that aren't genuinely stupid, who act that way, ooh, that's getting into evil. So you want to watch out for that. Getting back to, God, this conversation is blowing out, just energy. I have the 6-degree Aries, and it's quiet as can be. It's quiet for a lot of people, I'm sure. If you are really listening, there isn't a big thing going on with that. It does point out the future, and the future with the beginning of Aries is going to be that Neptune, and it's time to dream. If things are being cleared away for you, a whole new generation, mine as far as the Libra generation, we're the ones who went through the total kind of reconstruction of, well, it was through, you could say it's because of the sex wars, maybe. I don't know. I say as a Pluto and Libra, I don't have anything to do with that. Men and women still have yet to be impressed here as just pure awareness being available to this moment now. I'm tripping out on these people. It's like, okay, so when do they ever get available to this moment now in case they have kids? Like, what if it's always just now? And these men and women are doing something so separate from each other, right? They're like, yeah, no, we're going to have a conversation over here. And it's like, yeah, us women over here. And it's like, well, I get it. I get it. You guys are two totally opposite things. But when do you guys ever start complimenting each other? Do you ever grow up and think, oh, but those opposites are actually something that is necessary, in order for all of existence to happen? What if there's a positive and negative charge? I don't know. Think out of the hell box every once in a while.